categories. These are the top 5 that we industry-wide across all specialties, settings, payer types, that we are consistently seeing rise to the top. And what's important to note is that the majority of these are not clinical failures. They are process and workflow failures, which means they are also preventable. So you're missing inaccurate claim or patient data. That's registration and claim form errors, authorizations, pre-cert referral issues, eligibility, coverage not active, medical necessity, and coding modifier inaccurate code selections. We've come to this point in the journey of the claim, and that is putting the resources and tools into place to stop claims from getting denied on the back end. As we monitor and audit for prevention, it's important to distinguish between rejection and denials because payers are intentionally shifting work upstream. A rejection happens before the adjudication process and comes back through the clearinghouse. A denial happens after adjudication, and it costs the payers time, staff, and resources. We do meet with our departments once every 2 weeks, and we review our clearinghouse rejections. And we noticed a high amount of UHC claims sitting there for our PT provider, where a CPT code that we know does not get paid was being rejected from UHC. We learned that UHC actually is utilizing a pre-adjudication holding cell. So claims they know will deny are held for about 5 days. And if we fix the issue in that window, the claim moves forward. If we do not, it's rejected back to the clearinghouse, not denied. So this is lowering UHC's costs, but increasing provider workload, which is another reason clearinghouse rejections must be audited and not ignored. Here are a few tracking tool examples that you can begin to implement. A BI software that overlays your PM system. We purchased one in 2008, and it really allows us to create any report that we could possibly need from the data in our system. It does take a lot of time and energy creating the reports, where I know Cindy can attest to this, as she was the one that built out the entirety of what we have now. A lot of pivot tables and changing the data to ensure it's telling the correct story and answering the question at hand. Any Excel audit templates or Google Sheets, they're simple but effective, and I do have one that I will share with Debbie at the end of this to give to you all as well. A built-in or a bolt-on EHR/PM audit tools, and last year this is something that we did add that has been critical, to our operations, and being able to see our AR as a whole, and being able to see our AR team and their effectiveness in how they're getting claims paid and the results of those claims. And also utilizing clearinghouse rejections. Again, going back to that example of the UHC holding cell. We are kind of seeing this, the healthcare industry adopt artificial intelligence and bots. And, we are in this bot versus bot, I call it, era that we're approaching. AI and bots can help flag issues quickly, but reviewing bots does create risks. And we are seeing a lot of companies say that these tools and technologies can do everything that you need it to do, and shows a great video of it being done. But we're really not seeing a lot of it there yet. So just do your due diligence on what they can provide, utilize your peers and references, and review it through many lenses. I always say, without human oversight, errors can be repeated at scale, and root causes will get buried. So the goal is AI-assisted review, not blind automation. Follow-up and appeals. Again, this is where we're just going to see our trends and patterns. a general rule, if you see the same issue 3 times or more, it's no longer an isolated issue. It's a trend, and it needs to be monitored, tracked, and reported. Prioritize those high dollar claims. Really track the timely filing limits as well. Standardize the appeal templates to help ensure automation and workflow across the board. And I also have a standard appeal template that I can provide to you all as a handout as well to use in your practices. Know when to escalate to the state DOI or provider reps, and really set a time frame guideline for effective follow-up. So as management, what are your guidelines? What are you telling your staff? What do we hold acceptable for us, and what makes sense? Is it under a certain threshold? What makes sense there? But having those time frame guidelines really will help be effective for your staff to say, okay, this is when I need to flag it and bring it upstream.